After 10,000 years, I'm free. It's time to conquer the Earth. Hello guys, Adam here from Not Toys Action Figures, bringing you another Power Rangers Lightning Collection action figure review. And this time we have a bad guy. And to be honest, on the channel, we haven't reviewed that many baddies. We did King Sphinx, I think. We've done Draken. And now we have the new and improved Rita Repulsa. And I'm very excited to open this up. Very iconic character. I think it's the first Lightning Collection character I've opened with cloth goods. So let's get her out of the box. Make my monsters grow, or whatever she says. But wow, what an absolutely stunning figure she is. You know, I'm used to opening up a lot of just the Rangers, and when you think of the Rangers' actual character design and sculpting, it's quite straightforward. We see the same body every time. Like, there's obviously a difference in some of the sculpts depending on which Rangers team it is, but most of it is quite plain. And then you have the helmets, which always look nice. But when you look at Rita, like, it really Hasbro's outdone themselves. Like, look at the detail on the face, the hair, the collar there, her breastplate, like even on the hands, there's rings, there's a bracelet. You go down to the cloth goods, really nice gold kind of what would you call that? Kind of like gold thread there. Go up, back up to the staff. The staff is really nicely painted in detail. Like, this is like a really good looking figure. And I'm not sure if it was an actual deluxe release and if Minotaur was as well, but it does just seem a little bit more quality than what we're used to, at least seeing with the Rangers, which is a bit ironic. But nah, really good. Really impressed with it. Let's get her in another pose. And here is Rita lording it over, setting on the dark Tommy, or the dark Green Ranger, onto Jason. And yeah, this is just a very nice scene. Again, if we focus more on Rita, as we should since it's a review. Whoops, there goes Tommy. So back to Rita after knocking all of them over. Again, an absolutely stunning facial sculpt. Like, just here, like the angry grimace on her face. Really cool that they included the pointing finger. Nice as well that she has a hand for both arms that can hold the staff, so you can get the staff going up there. Here you can see the detail on the staff, but we will go through that a bit more in the articulation section of the video. Yeah, I'm just really impressed with this figure. Goes down, so you can see her feet here. They're just regular black boots. Yeah, really impressed just how good she looks. She looks fantastic. Really happy as well that they decided to put in cloth goods. It's kind of been interesting for me to move her around because, like I said, this is, I think, my first figure ever actually that has cloth goods, and it does make a difference not having like to your eyes on the joints. It definitely makes a difference with the with posing. Because yeah, I feel like, at least for me, I like looking at the joints, and it makes it easier to work out where I need to place them. But when you can't see them, then obviously it's a little bit harder. But yeah, she still has quite good posing capability. Why don't we go over that in her articulation? Okay then, so what does Rita have for articulation? Well, if you're interested in the body is actually a kind of like a hybrid of the old original body. You can see when you put up her sleeves, she has the old single jointed elbow. So she doesn't have the new double jointed one. It's still the old single jointed, which is fine. Like, it's not my favorite in the world. And it interestingly looks like it's been put on backwards. That's probably why it was hard for me to move the hand. So yeah, it was put on backwards, or at least I had it turned around the wrong way. Is it the same for this one? This one is correct, I think. Yeah, this one's correct. So yeah, so it's like a weird hybrid. Like, they're giving her the new pinless legs with a double jointed knee. Well, let's start from the top. But it's interesting. Yeah, it's interesting that they decided to kind of just have a bit of both. Not give her the new double jointed elbows, but give her the new legs. So yeah, so first off, you've already seen that we have this really nice facial expression. We actually come with 3. So there's this one, which is like a grimace, and to change it, you just pull it off here. So it's almost like a face plate that just comes off, which I think is really clever. So it just comes off, and then you can put on, so let's put on the standard one because you guys haven't seen that yet. And then you just place it on here. and yeah, then it just sits on there. I think that's a really ingenious way to do it, and obviously for Hasbro, a very cheap way to do it, so they don't have to make 3 heads with this really fancy hair. And the hair itself, I love it. Like, for years, it took me years to realize that this is actually hair all raveled up here. I thought it was like horns that she had on her head. But yeah, obviously cheaper for them to do that and just create this faceplate than actually create a whole new head. And like we said, we have this sort of grimace one that we just had on, which is really nice. Like, oh, Rangers, they've ruined my plans again. Then we have the screaming one, which we had right at the start of the video, which is more like, ha ha ha, I'm going to conquer the world. And yeah, can't give props enough to whoever the sculptors were, because the faces look absolutely fantastic. They look really, really good. Yeah, massive highlight of the figure. So the articulation. She has actually quite a lot of movement on her head. Not so much on her neck, but her head does move around. So if we look down, it doesn't go too far because of this golden chain, but she does get a little bit. She gets a decent amount up. She gets a bit of tilt to this side, a bit of tilt to this side. Swivel is great, as they always are with Lightning Collection figures. Then we get down to her shoulders. So I'm imagining her shoulders, they must be the old ones. So they come up to around here, or you can get even higher than 90 if you want to. It's a little bit hard to tell what exactly is happening in there because of the robes, but she can also point really far forward, so I'm assuming there is a butterfly joint in there. Then, like I said, we have the single jointed elbows, which brings her arm up to around here. Then on the wrists, it's the kind of standard wrist stuff. She does have hinges on her wrists. Problem is these golden bracelets really get in the way, and you also really need to be careful when you pull the hands off, because they get quite far in the way too. And as you pull the hand off, it tends to pull the bracelet off with it. So if you're someone who loses parts of your figures easily, just be aware that, yeah, if you take the hand off, you're probably going to lose, the bracelet's going to fall off as well. What I love about the hands is they included the rings on them on both sides. That just really adds to the character of Rita. And also, when I show you the other hands, they all have rings on them too. Then we have this really nice detailed breastplate with the pointy breast. Really nice detailed collar with the blue feathers. I guess that's what they are, that really stand out. Then we go down. She has at the top here, so you can feel that the top half of her body is separate. So we do have a ball. Then we have a hinge, I would say, yeah, that goes forward. So she does get quite far forward. Obviously, then you have this bit of plastic, these plastic feathers here sticking out, so it looks a bit daft. Then, like I said, we have the new legs. So the legs, once you get the dress out of the way, come up quite high. We have double jointed knees that go quite far back, but they do get caught a little bit here. It's maybe a bit hard to see because it's so dark, but they're getting the muscles here are getting caught. She has a bicep swivel. Does she have a They don't have. Oh, they do have it. She does have a. Sorry, she has a bicep swivel here and a thigh swivel. I don't know why I always call this the bicep swivel. She has a boot swivel. Then the boots themselves are on a rocker, and they go back this far. They go forward this far. So that is her basic articulation. Again, nothing too new. Just interesting that they switched the legs and the arms, so it's kind of a hybrid. We have a really nice thread going around the entire dress. The dress comes down to just above her shoes. Then if we look at her accessories, we have her staff, which again is beautifully painted. I'm not sure how accurate it is to the show, but I really like that every element of this seems to have been painted in some way or other. Nice and gold, the red orb, the blue. Then as we go down, we just have the plain black staff going down to the bottom, which has like a golden spike on it. It looks really, really nice. The staff also then comes with a power effect, what we had at the start of the episode. The way I did it was I wrapped it around and pulled it through, so it kind of hangs on. But yeah, I guess it's up to you how you want to get the power effect on. There probably is a proper way to do it. I just don't know what it is. But nice effect. I don't think it's one we've seen before, but don't quote me on it. Now that I'm looking at it, yeah, I don't think we've seen it before. But if you know where it's from, let me know in the comments below. Then she comes with so another 2 sets of hands. So she has a left fist. She has a, I guess that's also left open hand, which is nice. She has a right open hand, which is awesome. And she has a, no, wrong one. She has a right grasping hand. And then she also, like I said, has a right pointer, which is really cool. And another left grasper, which you saw. So as Rita says here, she's pointing right at you. She says, make sure you like and subscribe for more Lightning Collection content. Let's put her in another pose. And here is Rita in her final pose, laughing, what's the word, like maliciously into the globe of her staff. And yeah, guys, like I said, this figure has really, really impressed me. It's almost making me want to pick up Minotaur, just to see, like, you know, if these bigger figures or these more deluxe figures, if they're all this high level of just sculpt and paint and everything, like, they look fantastic. And yeah, it kind of makes me wonder a lot if I wish that a lot of the line was more like this. Like, I mean, my only other experience really with another bad guy is with King Sphinx, and he is very, I don't know, he feels very plain, but he's such a big character, so maybe that's why. But you can tell they just put so much thought and effort and like love into the design of this character, into the sculpt, the paint, everything. She just looks so unbelievably good. The different face plates that she has, the expressions she has, it's so Rita Repulsa. You can get her into some really interesting looking poses, just very emotional and very kind of like, yeah, just very different to what we're used to, because what we used to normally is one very static face or a static helmet. Yeah, no, this is a really high quality figure. And yeah, I mean, it's a shame that we won't be getting many figures like this anymore, if the Lightning Collection really is going on a hiatus. But happy that I picked her up. She looks fantastic, and I think if you never got the original Rita Repulsa figure like I didn't, she's definitely worth a buy. She's awesome. She's gonna look great on the shelf, and I can't wait to take her out in the garden and do some poses with her. But yeah, guys, if you have Minotaur, let me know. Let me know if he's worth picking up, because if he's as good as Rita, I definitely will. And of course, do a review. And also let me know what you thought of the recent remastered releases. I mean, we're almost done now. We still have Zach to go at this point of recording. He should actually be arriving today. And then that's finished. I think I'm going to do a video about the remastered releases and kind of just summarize my thoughts on them, because yeah, I mean, they are the cool figures, but there's some things that maybe they could have done better, and also some QC stuff I want to talk about. So make sure, if you're interested, make sure you subscribe to the channel. And yeah, if you enjoyed the video, please leave a like, because it helps new people find us. And yeah, like I said, if you want to see more Lightning Collection content, make sure you subscribe. Again, massive thank you for all of the support over the last couple of weeks. I think in the last month I've had like 250 new subscribers, which is amazing. I think a lot of you guys have come in for the new remastered content. I hope you enjoyed this Rita review. And yeah, just want to say thanks and happy that you're here. Oh, so I think that's a sign. I think Rita, you know, she's kind of like, you've been too nice. I can't take it anymore. I need to fall over. So that is a sign to end the episode. Thanks so much for watching. Have a great day. Bye-bye.